Next letter in the Russian or Cyrillic alphabet is the letter R. R. A flapped R, or tapped R, as it may be. Capital R looks like a capital P. Lowercase r also looks like a lowercase p in English, but that's okay. So, our capital R, a couple ways to do this. Some will have you come and make our very productive J hook type letter, then just loop around and put the pa there. Others with a straight up hook, others just looping around. There are lots of options. Making your pa is well, there's a fair bit of variation that's allowed here. So our capital pa. On some handouts they'll try to tell you that you should connect it, do a low out connect at the bottom. That is totally silly. Just don't do that. Lowercase r starts off very much like our lowercase pa that we just looked at, but the difference is that the first line comes down below the line, one of the few letters that does that, then comes back up and finishes what looks like our pa. You recall that our pa looked like that. Our r is basically the same idea, except it's got this extension down below the line. So write out a few r letters on your handout if you're following along. So connecting into the r, so coming out of our most common low out connect into our r is just a matter of connecting one right up to the next. So right up into the r. Coming off of a high out connect, such as an o, right into an r, you'll see is really pretty straightforward. So from an o right into the r letter, o into an r, gives you a high out connect, o into an r, or a v, for instance, into an r. So some examples there. Connecting from an r, pretty straightforward. It's a low out connect like many of our letters. So if we're from an r into a high in connect like an a, where that's our starting point, we just draw on up and right into our a. Or coming into so r is a low out connect. If we have a low in connect, like a yeah, then we just continue our line, ria, like that. Or, as we saw with our L and our M, which are both hooked letters, coming from an R into an L, for instance, would look like that. Or coming from an R into an M would look like that. So print R, uppercase, lowercase, cursive, capital R, lowercase r. Remember this is a P, a P. So that's the letter R.